You've definitely seen one of these machines, right? Maybe you even have one sitting on your kitchen counter right now. These single-serve coffee pod machines have absolutely taken over, and they all promise the same thing: a perfect, totally hassle-free cup of coffee with just the push of a button. It really is the ultimate in modern convenience.
But here's the thing. What if all that convenience comes with a hidden cost? We're going to peel back the layers here and look past that slick design and simple promise. So, what's really going on inside that little pod?
All right, first up, let's be totally honest about why these things are everywhere. The appeal is powerful, and it's incredibly simple. They solve a lot of the common headaches of making coffee at home.
Just think about it for a second. It's lightning fast, which is a lifesaver on busy mornings. There are no messy grounds to spill, no filters to deal with. It's just clean. Plus, you get the exact same cup of coffee every single time. And let's face it, the machines themselves are designed to look pretty cool on a countertop. It's a really compelling package.
Okay, but that convenience starts to look a little different when you dig into the price you're really paying. And I'm not just talking about what the machine costs. No, the true costs start to add up with every single pod you use.
The first, and let's be real, most obvious cost is the environmental one. Every single cup you brew leaves behind this little plastic and aluminum container. Now multiply that by the millions and millions of people using them every single day. You end up with just a staggering amount of waste, not to mention a huge carbon footprint from making and getting rid of all those pods.
And next up, let's talk about the cost to your wallet. We tend to just look at the price of a box of pods, right? But what happens if we compare it based on the actual amount of coffee you're getting? Let's put them side by side, gram for gram.
The difference is pretty striking. When you actually break it down, the coffee inside those convenient little pods costs nearly twice as much as a bag of really high-quality, freshly roasted beans. You are paying a massive premium for that convenience.
You know, the source we're pulling from for this explainer just says it perfectly. Frankly, it feels like you're paying for the capsule, not the coffee. A huge chunk of your money isn't even for the coffee, it's for the packaging.
So we've talked about the external costs, the environment, your money. But now let's get into the product itself. The trade-off for all this convenience isn't just financial. It's also about the quality and the control, or lack thereof, over what's actually in your cup.
And this right here really shows the problem. See, the second you grind coffee beans, all those amazing aroma and flavor compounds start to break down. With pod coffee, the beans were roasted and ground months before they even get near your machine. By the time you hit that button, you've already lost so much of that incredible scent and vibrant taste that makes fresh coffee so special.
So you might wonder, how do these big brands make sure every single pod tastes exactly the same? Well, they use a technique called standardization roasting. And what that really means is they roast the coffee so dark that it basically burns away all the unique, delicate flavors of where the bean came from. What you're left with is a single, consistent, and, often kind of bitter taste. It's consistency, but at the cost of character.
This also means you're trapped. You can't just go buy a bag of beans from that amazing local roaster you just discovered. Nope, you're locked into whatever pods fit your machine. And forget about knowing the details, like the farm or the tasting notes. If you're lucky, you might get to know the country of origin. Now, compare that to the incredible control you have with other brewing methods. You get to choose the exact beans you want. You grind them right before you brew to get all that amazing aroma. You decide how much coffee to use. Maybe you want a stronger cup today. You are in complete control of the final result.
And then there's this. The capsule system, it strips all of that beautiful control away. The dose is preset, the grind is preset, the whole process is preset. It is the very definition of a one-size-fits-all approach to something that can be, and should be, incredibly personal.
Okay, so we've laid out all the downsides. It might sound a little bleak, but what if you already have one of these machines sitting on your counter? Are you just stuck? Well, not necessarily. There is a better way. You can regain that control.
Our source for this piece offers a really clever tip for this exact situation. They call it a stop loss, a way to cut your losses and turn the very machine you already own into something much, much better. And the answer is surprisingly simple.
It's a refillable, reusable pod. These simple little things let you completely bypass the system's flaws. You can suddenly use any coffee you want. You can grind your beans fresh for maximum flavor. You start saving money on every single cup, and you completely eliminate that single-use plastic waste. It gives you the convenience of the machine, but with all the control right back in your hands.
And that really brings us to the final question that all of this boils down to. What do you want your morning coffee to be? Is it just another item on your to-do list, a task to be completed as fast as possible? Or is it a small ritual, an experience to be crafted and actually enjoyed? The choice, as always, is yours.